Hello, here we are.
It's redirecting to YouTube right now. There we are.
Hey, here we are.
Can you see it on YouTube?
Um, yep, it says it's now live. Here we are, folks. This is our first ever live chat going on YouTube, so we're doing our best here. And don't judge us, okay? Because we don't judge the Purdue basketball team for the performance they just put up. So don't judge us, because we're just regular old folk, okay? My kids are at a trampoline park having the time of their life. Here I am at home, sad, watching this. So hope everyone that's here is having the grandest time. I hope everybody here also realizes that this is not a real game and this does not matter. However, there are things to take away from this game, and I think we all know that. We all saw some flaws. We all saw some things that need worked on. We didn't see a lot of great, honestly. But we're happy that you're joining us. If you are joining us, if nobody's joining us, I'm happy to see my good pal Dalton over here on the other side because if nothing else, I get to look at this beautiful man for the next maybe 20 to 35 minutes. What's going on,
Let's,
Dalton?
yeah. We'll see how long this goes. I don't know. Looks like, I just shared it on X. I'm happy it's Friday, man. I really am. I'm happy that we got Purdue basketball back. We got looks like four people watching. So, how's everyone doing out there? Have three now. Somebody left, but
Well, that didn't take long.
yeah. Well, that was tough. Um, I mean, just we looked a little out of sorts, just getting back, things like that. It was tough. Just a tough game overall. What do you think?
Yeah, my biggest takeaways from this game are it looked a little clunky, I think TKR's got to really relearn almost how to deal with another five, like a true five in there. He was good at that with Edie as the second fiddle, and unfortunately, he's now the first fiddle. I'm not really good at band or anything, but I think it's time for him to take over. But he's got to learn how to do that with another five in there. Last year it was all him. When the clock hit 4 or 5 seconds, he got the ball and he had to go figure it out. And he started out a little rough tonight, but I mean he ends up leading our leading score with 19 points and um, didn't shoot very efficiently. Neither did anyone on Purdue. It
I
was over.
am Saluki just posted in the chat. Purdue shoots 3 of 17 from three. Kentucky shoots 9 of 29 from three. That is the difference in the final score. I mean, it's facts.
It's true. I mean,
Yeah.
we were god awful from three. We start off. The thing is, we were 2 for 17, and we start off 1 for 1. So we finished 1 for 16. Not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I
Not
mean
good.
that's what 17%,
Me and you could go out there and shoot that
three of
against college
17.
competition, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I
My
don't
my
know.
nine my 10-year-old son could go shoot 1 of 16. I promise.
Kentucky's tough. KB waved. Hi, KB. Tammy Wallen is in the chat. Said exhibition game, just throwing stuff up to see what sticks. Yeah, we I was live tweeting on the game, and at one point we had DJ, Jakari, Omer, Benter,
All
and
whites, dude.
yeah, I
Not the
mean,
all blacks, the all whites, dude.
yeah, I mean, there was some good lineups out there from Painter, and that's kind of what we do in these exhibitions. We've grown to see this. Painter called one timeout in the whole first half. You think if we were down in a real game, Painter's only calling one timeout. I mean, it's just fun to watch him let them go and just see what happens. Kentucky's defense really good.
I think Kentucky's like you kept telling me. I never really got convinced, but you kept telling me they were a Final Four team. I mean, I
I
think
be- yeah,
I've gotten so used to Purdue losing these scrimmages. No matter who we're playing, we could be playing Western Kentucky, and Brandon Newman would probably go off for 45 against us. Like, I
yeah,
don't really care. We don't scout these, we don't pay attention to these. At the end of the day, these are a practice for us, a glorified practice.
right.
And in the end, like, I didn't see anything from Braden tonight that I was like, whoa, he's good. What I saw
Yeah,
tonight was like, that's just a regular ass point guard. Well, he's not. So
yeah.
I know that this game didn't mean anything based on solely what I saw from the preseason National Play of the Year. And there's a couple issues. One of the issues I'm going to bring up first, I'm going to ask you about, like, from what I saw from Clough and Jacobson, the guys who were supposed to revive this defense and this offense from a big man's perspective. I wasn't impressed really from either one of them. I thought they both looked mm, a little out of sorts. I thought they both looked uh, like they hadn't really played competition of this level.
Right.
What did you see from these guys? Because in the first half, they combined for 1 point and 3 rebounds. And I was like, these are the guys that were supposed to change. Caleb Burst can do that. I saw him do it for an entire year. So what
Yeah.
did you see from these big men? And what is your hope for the future from them?
I saw from Clough. I mean, I think he was just role playing, just what he's supposed to do. He got boards. I think he set really good screens when him and Braden were in. I think that screen and roll, will get better as he dives to the basket more. I think he did clog it up for Trey a little bit, but I think Trey overall, he Trey struggled tonight. I mean, that's
He
and,
did.
and he led us in scoring still. You know, it just was it looked a little off tonight. I think Omer, you know, his mid-range is deadly. Derek, if you log on to YouTube and go into that, that's how I'm seeing the chat right
Oh,
now.
okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
mean
okay.
the 3-point shooting was bad. DJ, I think it's going to take a while for DJ to adjust this year. Um, Teams will attack him. When
That
Fletcher
right now.
Lawyer,
Yeah, I mean the three,
oh,
the 3 point.
whoa, whoa.
Feedback.
When Fletcher,
Feedback.
when Fletcher is, missing wide open, off screen threes, it's a weird night. I think we'll have a couple of these nights during the year. Um, Omer looked really good. You know, he just he didn't look that bad on defense. Everyone was talking. Who looked bad on defense and didn't look like, a red shirt maybe on the way was Antoine. He
Did he
just
even
looked
play in
out
the
of
second
place.
half? Did he play
No,
the second
he
half?
he didn't play at all in the second half, and he
That
picked up
was very telling to me.
two fouls. I mean, quick. I mean, but the dude is quick. He's going to be great at Purdue. I just think it's smart this year. If I don't, how does the red shirt work, Derek? Like, can
So
they
as
come off of it?
yeah, so if you redshirt at any point, you can come off your redshirt. But if you sat out 22 games and then game 23 you come off of it, you're off of it. You lose
Right.
the whole year.
Okay.
Um, it's weird because upper like Riley had to commit to his red shirt early because he's an upperclassman. So if you're not a true freshman, you have to make that announcement before any sort of scrimmage or anything like that. As a true freshman, Antoine can play both these scrimmages that we have next week against UND. But he's going to, I think he can even play a certain small amount of games. But either way, he's redshirting. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
He didn't look at all better than Jakari or CJ tonight. And to be honest, and I'll listen to your take on this as well. And Tammy says, she can't wait to see more Omer. He didn't shoot it great tonight, but Omer looked like, for a guy who I've been told nothing but he's not ready, he defensively is not there, and I've said it, I've shouted it too because that's what I keep hearing. Um, he was by far our most effective two guard from an offensive standpoint, and I don't know if that'll continue, but from my understanding, it's only going to get better with him.
Oh yeah. I think I didn't see him get cooked on D tonight. You know who I did? The bigs. You said it, coming out too far. Like I saw one where Trey didn't even need to step out and hedge. He steps out, get the roll. We're playing, Kentucky's very athletic. So when their bigs shoot to the bucket, they're moving. So you got to be one step ahead of them, and I don't think we were tonight. I think we saw a very athletic team missing their top two players, and that's why I think that, we will see Kentucky again if we make it to Indy. and I hope it is not until then. I just think they're a team that can get red hot. They give us problems because their wings are, massive. They've got big wings. Diabate is very athletic. Usually Trey would be able to handle that, but I don't know what was up with Trey tonight. How do you lead the team in scoring and have a bad night? That's the most TKR thing I've ever said. Just
That is TKR.
it's a bad night and he still outscores everyone. I think we just Braden's got to shoot more. I think CJ has to shoot more.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the biggest failure of tonight, outside of rebounding, because to me that was supposed to be shored up, but outside of that was Harris and Cox did not look good enough offensively. Like, and they weren't like standout defensively either. They were good, they were fine, but like I didn't see much, even like any sort of level of aggression. Jakari had a little moment in the first half where he had a couple like back-to-back transition ish, like good moments, but like outside of that, like where were they? Like they almost became Heidi and Colvin again. Like
Yeah.
where did they go? They disappeared, and I don't want to see that from guys who are supposed to take that jump. I've seen it enough,
Yeah.
and
Pat,
I want to be better.
what's the chat thinking about CJ and Jakari tonight?
Yeah,
Anybody
let us
that's in
know.
here? Yeah, I mean, Jordan Stocks had a very hot take today about he seemed almost mad on X about Riley Burgess. Riley Burgess redshirting. He almost seemed upset about it, saying that, we have two centers and everyone has, three centers, I guess. Yeah, we've got the stats pulled up here. So we've got Cox 2 points, Lawyer with
Are you able to
14.
share them on the screen?
Yeah, I should be able to share my screen.
Then we could kind of break down each player and see, where we're at because stats only show a part of the game, but they also show enough that like we can figure out a couple things. So, can you open that up so we can see?
Is
Sorry,
it
pause.
showing it on YouTube?
Hey,
Anybody?
there you go. I can
I
see it.
can't I can't see the chat on YouTube, so we've got the stats pulled up right here. Shout out to Brian Newber. I know I give you a hard time sometimes on X, but thank you for the stats. Yeah, let's just take a look at these real quick. Um,
We'll run down them. I'll start. We can alternate. I'll go first. CJ Cox plays 24 minutes, so a little over half the game, with a solid 2 points on one of two shooting, two rebounds, no assists, three fouls. So this is part of where I get into the like I can find more with Meyer. Like defense aside, I can get more out of a guy who is going to go hunt shots and play offense. Because today, regardless of what anybody says, I mean, we scored 65 points. And we're the quote unquote number one offense in the country. So I need more from CJ. If you want to have that starting spot shored up and you want that to be your spot, I'm sorry, two field goal attempts and 2 points, two rebounds, zero assists in 24 minutes, not going to get it done for me. Those are Colvin and Heidi numbers. I need better. And if you're not going to be better, we'll find somebody who is better because we have enough backups at your position. We can find one. I mean, what are your takes on CJ? To me, he just looked like borderline useless in this game.
I think CJ looked a lot like he did last year. He's one of those players where he can either be a defender the entire game or he can make 9 points in 54 seconds. Um, when he did shoot tonight, that one three was forced. It was a bad three. His only three, but his other shot looked like normal CJ, just butter. He's just got to be more confident. We've seen that with other players in their sophomore year. That's pretty much all I got. If you're going to, get minutes, I think I think Jakari needs to start. I think Jakari needs more minutes. He's bigger, he's more physical. I don't think there's much of a difference in them playing defense on people, but I think when you run into Jakari's body, you're gonna tell the difference, and you can't shoot over him as easily.
Yeah,
Um,
agree.
Fletcher. So this number is a lie.
Yeah, read those field goal attempts and 3-point
Yeah.
attempts.
So if we're looking here, 14 points. All right, Fletcher had a decent game. No, no, no. 3 of 15 field goals. 2 of 8 from three. The free throws are where he got most of his points tonight, which those were smart. He was doing Fletcher lawyer things, getting people in the air, drawing fouls. We had 31 minutes. This number is not going to happen very often with Fletcher lawyer.
Yeah,
Um,
agree. Not really worried about Fletch. The 3 for 15 is concerning because he was 1 for 7 from two, not including all the times he got fouled and didn't make that. 1 for 7 from two is a concerning number, but 2 for 8 from three, not worried. That's a 4 for 8 night most nights. Um, did good from the free throw line. Didn't assist at all, which was kind of weird for me. Thought his passing had looked a lot better, but not concerned with Fletcher. Again, the big three, as bad as, and I mean this with sincerity, as bad as they all look tonight, not concerned with them.
right,
Rotations were weird. Don't think they were really fully in it. I think Painter loves to lose these games, and I think the big three have been there for 4 years, and they know that. Like it's weird to say because it feels like you're like a false premise, but I think they know that Painter wants to lose this game.
right.
And if your big three play like they did tonight, I mean, what were they? 6 for 24, 13 for 44 between the big three. I mean, Purdue is not a good team if that's the case. If that
Yeah,
is genuinely the case on a night-to-night basis, we're not a good team. I don't think that's the case on a night-to-night basis. I think this was an anomaly. So we can move on from Fletcher and we'll go to
right on.
Braden. We'll go to Braden and again another extremely unimpressive performance from one of our big three. Didn't seem like he really cared a ton about whether we won or lost this game. Goes 32 minutes. I would say 25 of those were serious. 3 for 9, 0 for 3 from three, which is outrageous for Braden. Makes all his free throws. So between Lawyer, Smith, and TKR, the big three did go 16 for 19 on free throws. I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
Braden only has 5 assists in this game. That's all I need to know about how much he really cared about this game. So he goes for 11, 5, and 4. Just basically a first half for Braden is all this felt like. One half of basketball. Not worried about him. Don't care about the result as far as his stat line goes. I think that a lot of this game came down to we had weird rotations in. There's a lot of new guys. People don't think about it, but like DJ is a new guy. Clough is a new guy. Murphy, who played very little, new guy. West, new guy.
yeah,
Jacobson even is a new guy. Omer Meyer, new guy. Like we have the base core. 4 of our starting 5 are returners. However, everyone else that comes in the game outside of Jakari is essentially new. DJ, Benter, they've been there, but they're still new in this rotation. So it's going to take some time, and I'm not really worried about it at all. Benter had a couple beautiful threes in the first half that just didn't go in. I expect those to go in. They didn't tonight. It's going to happen. We went, 3 for 17 from three. That's not going to happen. This team is so
yeah.
much better than that. I mean, I'm not worried about that.
17.6%,
I mean, if we go,
dude.
if we even go what I consider to be a bad night, 7 for 17, we had
Yeah,
12 points to this game. It's a tight game. Nobody's freaking out. It's all
no.
good.
I think
Um,
it's tough to come into Rupp and
your first game of the
Painter
year?
just let it go, He's not stopping, those runs and things. He's not stepping in to slow down the momentum. He's letting you go and he's throwing you in with guys, I'm sure they've all played together in practice and everything, but there was some strange It's a normal Painter thing. Like Arkansas was the exact same. Um, you know, it just like Braden, I don't know, his hesitancy from three and then, going in and shooting a fading away mid range. I don't. I think that they'll see that on film.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? I texted you about that, like pass up a wide open three to go in and shoot a fader. Like, it's Braden, so you're like, oh, okay, but at the same time, yeah, you're better than that. You know better. Like, if you're open from three, let it fly, bud. Um, Trey, I don't know, dude was almost 50% shooting. He was decent down low tonight. Five boards, 5 of 8 from free throw. That's about normal for Trey.
Feels good.
Oscar Clough, 1 point. We talked about that earlier, and it was off a free throw. Got to be a little
Well,
more active in the pick
with,
and roll.
with Trey, like Trey's numbers are his numbers. He started off really poor in this game, like 0 for 5 or something like that. But zero assists, three turnovers, not good enough. Not going to do it.
Those
Um,
turnovers were bad
he
too.
didn't look like he was looking to pass at all. Multiple times I saw guys open when he had the ball. His turnovers were ugly. They were just selfish turnovers. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
going to hold on to the ball and try to run through people. It doesn't work. This isn't rugby. Um, he looked way out of sorts tonight, and I think he's got to learn. And a lot of people don't maybe grasp this, but he's got to really learn again how to play the four with another
Yeah.
big in there. Last year, he got the ball all the time. He was the big. Well, you're not the big anymore. And it's indicative to go right down to the next guy on this list, Oscar Clough. He takes one field goal attempt in 22 minutes. That's not enough.
Didn't
It's
have the
not
ball a
enough.
lot on offense, to be
That's
honest
not
with. Yeah.
that's my problem. Like, he
Yeah.
should be taking five to eight field goal attempts a game.
He's a good
He's
shooter.
he's dude, he averaged 17 points last year. I don't care who he played
Yeah.
for. The guy
Yeah.
could score the ball. Give him the ball. And then that battle between Clough and Jacobson, it's a 22 to 18 minute disparity, but Jacobson in his minutes gets the same amount of rebounds, gets a couple blocks, has no turnovers, has 9 points, hits a
Yeah.
three. Like, to me, feels like the better guy between the two, even though he looked really weak out there at certain times. This is going to become a really dependent on
Whoa.
lineup. Sorry, that's a big hiccup. Really a lineup dependent decision here on who plays the minutes because Jacobson feels like the more natural offensive player and defensive player. Clough feels more like the more staple of the team.
I
And
I'll step in here. DJ played with a lot more fluent offenses. He played
sure,
a lot when TKR was off the floor. He played with a Benter, an Omer, a Jakari, that Fletcher lineup. Um, that clears space and you're not getting doubled. They were doubling on Trey about every time he touched the ball. So that's something he's gonna have to figure out this year because I see a lot of people dropping coverage or they'll move two bigs over. Um, we
my guy
got
Blake
Blake.
Blake Widmer is my guy,
Yeah,
dude.
what's up, Blake?
I talk to him in the Boilers in the stands post game all the time. He
Yeah,
knows
I
who I am.
see him
Um,
everywhere, man. So what's
he's the
up,
man.
Blake? It was
Uh,
fun to see so many lineups. Yeah, Tammy, I mean Painter, I love exhibitions with Painter. Like that U of Indy one will be a fun one. I think you're going, aren't you?
I am going. Got free tickets. Thank you, Illinois Boiler. Hooked me up with free tickets. My guy.
What a guy.
Love
That's
him.
super cool.
I will
Uh,
say, next on this list, real quick, we can stab at these guys. No danger involved. Antoine West and Liam Murphy both basically non-existent in this game. Combined for 5 minutes, 0 points, zero rebounds, one assist, two fouls. Useless offensively, useless defensively. Antoine West is going to redshirt. I'm almost positive of that at this point. Murphy, I don't know if he can redshirt. I'll take him next year, but doesn't seem like he's going to get a lot of minutes. If anything, he might get a few games where he gets 5 or 6 minutes. I think we're figuring out what we're gonna do here, but these two guys seem to be the guys that are kind of out on their skis, lost in translation a little bit, and not
no,
sure what their role is gonna be, if any role whatsoever.
it's pretty crazy about Liam, man. I've heard the guy, I've seen it actually. I mean, he just lets it fly. He's not scared, and maybe there might be some games where we need somebody that's just not afraid to jack it up. I mean, it looked like Lawyer was a lot more confident in just putting it up. He looked a lot more like Ryan Kleinish tonight,
Except
like
for that
'cause
3 of 15 number.
well, I mean, but those fall. He's, when you're coming off screens that hard, I mean, Klein mastered it. You had guys like Dakota Mathias back in the day. They would come off those screens hard and just, sink threes, and that's what they did. Those curls are deadly when you have a big guy like Clough screening for you. You got a big bear you can come off of, and those threes are gonna fall, man. It just is what it is. Like Kentucky's D, they were long, they're athletic, and those teams like a Michigan State this year, they might be challenging games. Just I think we match up really well with half court teams. I think the transition game will be challenging this year. We got Blake in the chat. Be more ready, Braden to be more ready to shoot this year. Yeah, I mean, like
Agree.
we said earlier, like that pump fake three to a drive in. I mean, or when he's coming around hard off those screens, like just be ready to pull it up. I think we'll get into more of a flow like we were last year. Um, he really Braden is a flow player, and there wasn't a whole lot of flow tonight. We were getting cooked in transition. Uh,
Absolutely demolished in transition, early,
yeah.
especially early. We did seem to shore that up a little bit and tamper it down, but man, and early it was looking bad.
Painter tonight. Transition D was rough. Yeah. Let's get to.
Tammy out here just dropping half sentences left
I
and right. And I
I
love that
love
about you, Tammy. I like a woman who doesn't know what to say. That makes me happy, and
it.
you make me happy, honestly, if I'm just being honest.
No,
Jakari
it's
was our best transition defender. He's also our best transition offensive player. I think
you
Jakari is the
say
better.
Jakari? Yeah, he
Yeah,
can
he
get
he to
downhill.
me he's our best overall transition player, and I think he deserves minutes. Um, I'm having this internal battle of Jakari, CJ, and Omer, who I want to be on the floor, and I think the answer is all of them and none of them both at the same time. So we'll figure that out as we keep going on in this season. I don't know what the correct answer is.
Tammy, we mean
Tammy,
that.
we love
We
you.
we
We're
really
just
love it. We're just giving you a hard
you are
time.
a homie. Okay, you got the queen crown, as Blake says.
Yeah, you're a VIP in this room,
I'm
so
not sure if you're texting with an accent or
we,
what's going on here, but we
we
love you.
just like to clown around a little bit. I
Andy in
know
Colorado laughs, and I laugh with you, Andy. We're
not a lot
homies.
of us. Not, we haven't, we're just getting started this year, so we appreciate everyone being in here. We just kind of kicked this thing off. We've been rolling this idea around for like 3 years. Um, we always talk ball when we're around each other, but we just got it going this year. So we thank you for checking it out. And we post content, try to twice a week, just to give you a heads up before we jump back in.
Bro, are you nervous scrolling right now? Why do you keep going up and just stop? Just leave it alone.
Oh, I forgot I'm sharing my screen.
Dude, yeah. Guys over here Twitch scrolling. All right, we got Tourette's on the mic. So we'll go to Jacobson real quick. 9 points. I thought he had a pretty good game, honestly. 18 minutes. Had a couple blocks, 5 rebounds. Thought he played good. He looked at moments a little bit like Bird-like out there, just a little weak. And I don't mean Larry Bird. I mean like a mocking Jay Bird type of thing. Anyway, he looked a little weak out there in my opinion, Clough and Jacobson is that this is going to be like an internal Purdue battle all season long. This is the I don't even know what the correlation here is, but
Be like
I
the
remember like
Harms and remember when we had Harms and Haas at the
I was
same
thinking
time?
that Fletcher junior year. I can't remember who the guy was at the other guy, but we were like all Fletcher needs benched. You can't, all this stuff, and it feels like that every game. We're going to be mad at one of these two guys because we just expect Edie level production at the five, and it's never going to happen again. It's happened once in the history of college basketball. It will never happen again.
Yeah.
Good game for him though. Benter. Man, I feel like if he would have knocked down one or two of those threes early on, he would have played a lot more in this game. He feels like one of those painter guys that if he's hot, the guy's going to get minutes. If he comes in and misses, he probably isn't going to see the floor in the second half. Do you
Yeah.
disagree?
It'll be like their names just slipped my head. Colvin, Heidi.
Yeah,
type.
very, very
Yeah,
Colvin-esque,
that's
especially
it. Like,
last year's Colvin. Like Colvin came in, if he hit his first shot, the guy's sticking around. If
yeah,
he missed, he's probably not going to see the floor again, and he's going to transfer. Benter's not transferring, but at the same time, like
I-
he's uh he's a streaky guy. If goes in and he hits his first shot, he might go for 15 real fast, like Cox did against Alabama last year. But happy to see Cox getting 10 minutes. I think that's where his sweet spot, 8 to 10 minutes, is where he's going to be all year long.
yeah,
Um, and uh, and I agree, Blake. We did have some momentum when he got those looks, and if those go down, the whole game could have flipped because I think that was early on. It was like 12-8, 10-8, 12-10. He gets those wide open looks back to back, and just gosh, they both were almost in and out. But I love the guy. I watched him play in high school. He's going to be everything that we hope he is. So
stud.
um,
He broke
roll.
backboards in high school. I mean, the guy would pull up from three-quarter court, or he's a baller and he'll get time this year. He'll
He'll
earn
figure.
his way. When
He will.
TKR is having an off game like that, he'll see minutes. Omer, I mean,
What are your thoughts on Omer tonight?
he looked really good. I think I've heard all these things about defense and blah blah blah. He matched up well. He stayed on his assignment. I didn't see him getting cooked anywhere. He got on the floor, which we love. Some Grady Eifert type ball hustle right there. 2 for 6 from the midi, 0 for 2 from three. Maybe jittery. I know he's played in front of pro crowds in Europe and things, but um, I liked it. 13 minutes. I don't think that's enough.
I
Um,
agree. I think he's 16, 18 minutes, in my opinion, what he should be getting. Um, Goes 2 for 6, 0 for 2 from three. Man, they both look beautiful. Every time this guy shoots the ball, I gotta make sure my wife still loves me. Like he's just a good-looking guy with a beautiful jump shot. Anybody in the world would want to be him. He just looked great out there. 2 assists. Had that crazy awesome pass to Jacobson. Just beautiful, beautiful pass. Both of his makes were mid range. Just I don't even know if the net was there because it didn't
Butter.
move. It went through it, and never touched it. Um, he was just good, and I think that he's going to. I see 13 minutes today. I see 14 in the next game. I see this eventually, just minute by minute by minute, getting
Yeah,
up to a 20 to 22 minute per game guy.
I think
Um,
so.
I think he has too much. There's only so much skill you can leave off the floor. We're
Yeah,
already not starting Jacobson, who is an extremely skilled big guy. We're not starting Omer, who's an extremely skilled guard. Eventually, those guys are gonna find their way because skill wins. Skill wins, hard work wins. As long as they put the work in, they'll get their minutes, and I believe
yeah.
that. And then lastly, Jakari Harris.
MVP
I mean, maybe, but also
of this game.
no.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
also no. Like I think he was the first 12 minutes MVP. What did he do after that? Almost nothing.
Played stellar defense. Net
He
he
played 15 minutes though. Like to me, that's not enough for Jakari.
Yeah, it'll get more.
Like
It's like
uh,
Homer.
Cox doesn't deserve 9 more minutes than Jakari in this game. I know
No,
that for a fact. Um, I like Cox. I'm not like a CJ Cox hater at all by any
I
means. I
want
think
him
he's
to perform.
I want CJ Cox to be exceptional. But Jakari didn't miss a shot in this game, hit his only free throw, had 2 rebounds, no turnovers, played good defense. He's our best transition player. A lot of these guys like Omer. Omer is not great at defense. We all accept that. We know that. But
Yep.
just like in any sport, you have to sometimes sacrifice an exceptional offensive player for a below average defensive player because like in the end of the game, whoever scores the most points wins the game, and that's what happened today.
Right.
I don't think Kentucky was a better defensive team than us. I think they hit more tough shots. They hit some
Yeah.
contested threes. We missed everything. They weren't a better defensive team. They didn't do anything we didn't do. They just made the shots and we missed the shots. I want the guy in the game that's going to make the shot and that's willing to take it. Omer only went 2 for 6, but he shot it 6 times.
Yeah,
Harris and
he's
Cox
not
combined
afraid.
for 4 shot attempts. To me, that's not. If you're not getting them, if you're not getting the shots, go find them, go earn them. And that's where I got a little concerned here. So I want to hit these comments real quick. We got a couple waiting, and we've went through all the players now. So TKR 5 of 8 from free throws, better than it seemed. I think it always seems bad with TKR on free throws. It doesn't look good. It's aesthetically unappealing. Um,
I just
and
lost the
he's
stats.
and that's fine. We're done with the stats. And he's always just been bad anyway at free throws. So like when he goes 5 for 8, we're like, oh, good job. Well, that's like 67%. That's not good. That's not like a high level free throw. You got to remember, Edie shot over 70%. He was 7'4" with hands the size of my ceiling fan. Like, very difficult to shoot free throws like that, but he did it. I need
Yeah,
TKR to be a 70+% shooter this year from the line. If he's not, that's a that's a failure on his part in my mind.
right.
Blake
Yeah,
also
if you,
says, "Oh, go ahead."
I mean, if you can't, yeah, if you can't make, 7 of 8 on any given night, I mean, it's a free throw. Nobody is there. I can't figure it out with TKR. Like sometimes he leans back, sometimes he goes straight up. It's like I've noticed most of the time when he leans back and shoots it, they go in. Whether they
I think he
roll
should
in,
shoot a floater.
yeah, or just one
Float him
hand it.
up.
It's like, but 5 of 8 for him this year. It's a good start, and you're playing in Rupp Arena. It's sold out.
I'll tell you what, if
20
he
grand.
goes 5 of 8 every single night, which is, let's see, 63%, I'll be upset. If he shoots 65% or better, I'm satisfied.
Yeah,
Tammy says Omer looked good offensively, great offensively, she said. I
yeah.
agree. He even though missing some shots, he looked ready. He looked like he caught the ball and shot it, and that's what Purdue needs. Um,
Handles were good too. I mean,
he's just a he's an above average, a plus offensive player. He might be a
yep.
below average defensive player, but I really don't care, to be honest. Fletcher's been playing for 4 years as maybe the worst defender in America, and we accept that. Blake also says Omer gets out of position on D pretty quick. If he can get better defensively, I like what he gives us on the offensive end. I agree 1000%. If he can even become a suitable average defensive player. Not a great, just a playable. He's going to be a guy that has to have 25 minutes a game. Just a fact. Tammy says, good to see TKR look better on the free throws. We have all lost the point here. He shot 62.5% tonight from the free throw line. That is not better. That's not
That
good. That's not acceptable. That's not okay. We cannot keep giving TKR these breaks at the line. Six of
he
eight, I would have said that's better. Five
he
of
did
eight is
draw he
exactly the
draws the
same.
most fouls in America, so if he can be around, 70%, that
Gotta be,
changes games.
gotta be 70. And I know it seems like just a tiny little number, but that's a point a game, every
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
It matters. It matters. And then Blake says, agreed. CJ and Jakari should be closer, 100% what y'all are saying right now. No clue what you're talking about, Blake, because we've diverted too many times to
He
remember
was
what that
talking
was
about the
about.
minutes.
Oh, okay. Agree. Sorry,
Their
Blake.
minutes should be closer. I'm watching Kansas and Louisville right now. Kansas is running on them. I mean, that's
I'm
impressive.
watching
I don't.
women's volleyball.
Yeah, you left it on SEC.
Yeah, yeah. Texas and Ole
Yeah.
Miss. It's no idea what's
Uh,
going on, to be honest with you.
ACC Network has Louisville and Kansas. Kansas is up 50-38 right now in the second half at the Yum Center. Um, it's exhibition season, man.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I
if we
know,
look through the exhibitions, most of the good teams, the better teams, the quote unquote top 10 teams have not performed well because the one thing we all forget, and I was actually arguing with Greg from Sleepers in the Discord during the game. Like, we just do not accept the fact that, like, I watched the game, I watched all Purdue. We were not running our offense, not our normal
mm,
offense. He's like, well,
no,
you guys were running high pick and rolls. I said, yeah, we were running them with Oscar for the most
yeah,
part. And when we were running them, if you watched, very few resulted in a pocket pass, very few resulted in a kick out three. We weren't running our offense. Like, I just don't think people grasp that don't watch every single Purdue game minute to minute like we do. Um, it's easy to overreact to a scrimmage, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I overreact, honestly. But the fact is, This was
Mm,
not Purdue basketball. It was not our offense. It was not how we're going to play. It wasn't the rotations. All of it was a fugazi. It was just us trying things out that we don't normally try, doing things we don't normally do, and then going, ah, shucks, we lost the game.
yeah.
Good thing we're
Yeah, it's
still
kind of how
0-0.
that's kind of how I felt, honestly. You can ask Kayla, like usually I'm tripping. My whole night is wrecked if we lose, but tonight I was like, nah, you know, we've got a lot of ball coming up. Bama in a month. I mean, we're going to Tuscaloosa, baby.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, Tammy, to answer your
and
question, does Painter ever really run our offense in an exhibition? The answer to that is no, he doesn't.
not really.
And people think like they overreact to this stuff, and I'm like, I watch enough Purdue basketball. I think I could almost coach a team to run our offense. We don't run our offense in these games. I think we run some sort of version of motion, where it's just like, let's see what we can get to happen. It's almost like we're running an offense as like a flip side, like we're trying to run this to see what would happen if it was ran against us. We're running an offense we don't run. We're running an offense that makes no sense to the Purdue system. And I couldn't get fucking freaking Greg to understand this. Like I was like, dude, we're not running our offense. He goes, well, you're doing that. I'm like, Greg, do you watch Purdue basketball games or do you just read the box score at the end? Because this is not the offense that we run. TKR is getting the ball at the free throw line instead of at the block. Braden has, at this point when we were talking about this, had 2 assists in 21 minutes of gameplay. I'm sorry, that's just not. We don't do that.
It's
So
not it, man.
I'm not
Yeah,
worried about it.
it was nice to have Purdue back. I was hoping we'd win. I hope that too. I'm not gonna lie,
I hate
but
losing.
I think we are everyone's Super Bowl. I will come out and say that right now. Every game we play this year, whether it's in the Big Ten or whether it's one of these early season ranked matchups, they're coming to play. Like
Yeah.
it's Purdue. Like whether we believe it or not, we miss on some big name recruits, but we are a team that everyone wants on, they want to win. They want to beat Purdue. That's going to look really good. It might be the reason you get in the tournament. Like it's a big win if you can beat us, and I think we take that for granted because of how good we've been
Yeah.
in the past. It's like, we're kind of in a spoiled season of Purdue. We didn't have the team to make a Sweet 16 last year. I'm gonna be honest with you. We rode the three horses all the way to that game and almost beat Houston.
Thanks for showing up, Blake. Just want to say bye.
See you, man. Have a good night. But yeah, I think we have more pieces this year, and they're gonna fall. Painter meshes teams so well. You know,
No, I
come
agree.
February, we'll be rolling.
I think the big thing for Purdue is we get hung up on small stuff because you know no matter what we are until it happens we're the team that can't win the big one, and that's unfortunate because we're good every year and it's not fair and it's not acceptable honestly. It's lazy from a lot of these fan bases like UConn, IU, especially some of these that haven't won recently. Like just I mean it's lazy, it's a lazy take, but we're lucky because we get to watch a good product every year in, year out. It's a good product. Do we win the Natty? No, not every time, not even once. But it's a good product on the court every time. And I think that there's going to be a lot of national media overreactions to this game, and I just caution everybody to just not even pay attention to those because they don't matter. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if we lose against UIndy Wednesday. We're still number one preseason, and we're still going to go be the team that we're supposed to be in those first few games. Let's not overreact into a point that's crazy. I mean, our big three played bad. I mean, I would say worse than that. I would say they played awful. That's not going to happen very often, if ever. It just it wasn't as if they cared a lot. And that's maybe that's unacceptable to you as a fan. It's not to me. I don't care. This game means nothing to me. It's like when you're a kid and you're playing high school basketball and you go to open gym every week of the summer, and at the end of the summer they have like an open gym. This one is the one that matters, but it still doesn't matter because
Yeah.
you could score 15 in that open gym doesn't mean you're going to make the high school team. It just means that you scored 15 against probably three guys who were in their 40s, a couple guys who drank the night before, and one guy who was good. It doesn't matter.
They
Like
definitely drank the night before.
this game does not matter. I watched
Yeah.
TKR, Braden, and Fletcher combined for what I say, 13 for 44. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. It's just not. I watched Braden look pretty much like going through the motions all night long. I watched TKR miss shots he never misses, and I watched Fletcher uh, go 1 for 7 from two. Okay, well, let's just be honest. He'll never shoot 7 twos in a game. So we're not worried about any of this stuff. This stuff doesn't matter to us. What I cared about tonight was um, Cox, Omer, and Jakari did not look good enough. That's my big problem. None of them looked good enough. Oscar and DJ didn't look good enough. So that's where our growth has to be. That those two positions need to be better, and I think they will be better. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna move on from this game, and I hope that everybody who's tuned in tonight likes and subscribes to our channel. You know, we'll do these from time to time. We'll have probably a preview show before the next scrimmage, and we will, um, put out our normal videos. And we're just trying to grow this and have fun with you guys, the fans. And it's really been fun tonight having some people talking to us live. That's been a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah. I hope you'll share it with a friend, share it with somebody. The bigger we get, the more people in here, the more fun we have in the chat. We really appreciate whoever's came out. One more thing before we jump off. This will probably be our next episode. We'll just leave it up. Um, Purdue Rutgers tomorrow. Football is still in effect. I think it is a winnable game. It's at home. If Barry Odom finds a way to lose to Rutgers tomorrow, I'm gonna have a hard time watching football next year.
Yeah,
And
I'm not even gonna
love
watch
my
tomorrow.
Purdue football, man.
I'm not even gonna watch tomorrow, to be honest with you.
No.
He's lost my attention. There's things in sports like you have to hold your fan base's attention, and he got everybody's attention by being signed. We won 2 games, and then he lost. He's been just been losing it ever since. If he loses tomorrow, man, I don't know if this is a worse season than last year, but it's not better. Even one more win, it's not better. It's embarrassing and it's more emphasized because of IU's dominance. And
Yeah.
that's always going to be the standard because it's the same thing in basketball. IU has been embarrassed for years now because Purdue's been better. They hate that. I promise you they hate it.
Yeah, I
My dad
mean,
and I just had this conversation golfing yesterday. What a world we live in. IU's number 2 in football and Purdue's number 1 in basketball. What the hell is going on? How is this happening? That it's flipped. Purdue is the better basketball team, and IU is the better football team. I'm so done with Purdue football, and like, show me you can have a winning season. I don't know. 4-8, 5-7, whatever it is, not good enough anymore. Show me you can have a winning season, and I'll pay attention again. I'm done. You had my attention this year. You lost it. It's over. The attention has been taken away. I'm done with you. I'm done.
you are you done?
I'm sorry, Tammy, for bringing this up.
Are you done?
I'm gonna finish eating this payday. I'm done.
Are you sure you're done?
I am officially done with Purdue
That
football.
was a that was quite a rant.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I was upset.
If you watch the show more, then you will notice Derek loves these rants about Purdue football. They are his catchphrase. Purdue football rants.
Can't help it.
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, if we lose tomorrow, shut it down, come back as a D2 school. I don't know what to do, man. But yeah, I think are you good, man? This will
Yeah, I
probably
do
be
want
our
to
episode. We'll probably be back on. I don't know why I stumbled up like that, but I sounded
get
like
it together,
a
pal.
sprinkler, dude.
Now, my final thoughts. We'll probably be back on Monday with a little preview to the Wednesday Purdue scrimmage, maybe a little more follow up to this after we get to collect our thoughts. Um, I want to thank, Tammy, awesome. Thanks for being in the chat so much. You were great. Blake, great. Boiler in Colorado. Appreciate you guys. Like we've never done this as far as going live, and we just started this channel. We don't have a ton of subscribers. We don't have a ton of views. We're enjoying our time. We're having a great time. We enjoy what we do. We're best friends. We've always talked about this in private. We decided to give it a try in public. Um, we don't expect to ever get rich doing this or anything like that, but we do like talking to you guys. So the more you can get in our chat and say whatever you think, check out our regular videos. Sometimes they're a little long. Sometimes we ramble about stuff. I ramble about the Cubs or the Bears. It can get a little chaotic and hectic, but we just love doing it. We love talking to each other and talking to you guys. So we appreciate you. Don't let this stem your excitement for the Purdue basketball season. I don't think this matters as much as what you're going to hear over the next 48 hours, probably. But we really do appreciate and we thank you guys for listening and for being a part of the show.
Yeah, stay off X for the next day or two. We'll be fine. Trust and believe Purdue will be fine this year. Boiler up, and we will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for
Peace out,
jumping
guys.
in. See ya.
Thank you.